It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and this is going to be an exciting one because it's different than our usual podcast. We normally talk to nonprofit organizations or talk to people who have events going on in the Grinnell area, which is all well and good, and that's the purpose of these podcasts, to let you know what's happening. But this time around, we talked to Jamie Brennan, who with her husband Chris have donkeys, and we talk about the donkeys that she has on their farm or acreage, whatever you want to call it, over by Montezuma. And Jamie has been a longtime listener of mine when I was on Mix 96. I knew her many years ago when she was Jamie Hicks, before she even got married, I believe. She was a contest winner, and we've been Facebook friends. But she more recently came to my attention when she started posting videos of her donkeys that she had, especially Duncan, the baby donkey that she has. And Lynette and I, Little Red, and I fell in love with Duncan, the donkey. And so I came up with a crazy idea to come over and do a podcast audio and then a video of her donkeys over by Montezuma. And so we did that just today and had a great time over there. And I want to encourage you to check out the video that we did. And you'll see all of her donkeys, including Duncan and Dominic and all the others. And they are just absolutely adorable. So if you want to find out more about their donkeys, get a hold of Jamie Brennan on Facebook. She'll more than likely accept your Facebook request. It's JamieBrennan. And she does post those videos. She posted a video for National Donkey Day, and then she did one more recently where she got some mud on her face from some of the donkeys too. And they're wonderful, wonderful creatures. So if you have a chance, check out the video. It's on outandaboutwithjamiegrout.com and also on my YouTube channel. All right, let's give some props to our sponsors, including our presenting sponsor, who has been with us now in their second year of sponsorship for Out and About with Jamie Grout, and that is Grinnell State Bank. I want to thank the Jones family for being such strong supporters, not only of this podcast, but also of the community. And at their Grinnell location, they've been there for over 100 years at 814 4th Avenue. They also have locations in Johnston, along with Marengo and Polk City. And you can contact Grinnell State Bank. They have all kinds of great services available too from their website. You can talk to them about all of those great services, and you're invited to check out their new banking safety center that they have available too at Grinnell State Bank. So check them out and check out their website and their mobile banking that they have available there. Also, B. Nicole Salon, Brandy and the gang would like to have you come in and check out their adult haircut along with their children's haircuts that they have, plus their adult haircut and master stylist. They're conveniently located in downtown Grinnell, right next to the Chamber of Commerce or their Jewel Box building that they have in downtown Grinnell too. Brandy has been in business for over a year now. They do a great job. They're getting rave reviews, and I think that you'll have a happy experience if you go by B. Nicole Salon. And don't forget about all the product that they have available there too at B. Nicole Salon. Also, Sam Cox and the gang at Saints Rest Coffee House. She, of course, is the fairly new mayor of Grinnell, and she'd love to have you come on in and hang out. They have Wi-Fi available too there if you want to do some studying or you just want to peruse the internet while you're there. And I'm sure she would want you to know that they have open mic night coming up on May 16th from 6 till 9 p.m. at Saints Rest Coffee House. You can find out about that from their Facebook page. They're located at 917 Broad Street in Grinnell. And you can find out about that. That's been shared from Hey Grinnell, Did You Know on their Facebook page, Saints Rest Coffee House in downtown Grinnell. It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and with me, another Jamie, and she spells her name correctly, only she's a female. Her name is Jamie Brennan, and we go way back to when I was working at Energy 106.7 many years ago, and her name previously was Jamie Hicks, and she's from the Grinnell, Montezuma area, and she lives on an acreage, I guess you could call it, and I have just fallen in love with the donkeys that she has, and I guess you could say the horses and the other critters that she has on her acreage. And Jamie, thanks for inviting Lynette and I over, Little Red. We're on the acreage today, and we'll do a video. I want to encourage you to see the video that we have for this, because you can meet her donkeys, and Lynette came with me, and as I speak, Lynette is rubbing, I think it's Duncan's.
That's Dominic.
Oh, Dominic's butt, because Dominic, the donkey, enjoys having his butt rubbed, and so he's standing in place and he's in ecstasy, and Lynette is loving doing that too. But Jamie, I got to ask you, first of all, have you always been an animal lover?
Yes, I have always been an animal lover. It was dogs, but then cats came into my life, and then when we got to this acreage, horses and donkeys and goats and chickens and all of the animals came, so I loved them.
How did it happen that you got all these critters anyway?
So I really, really loved mini donkeys that I saw on social media, and I wanted some, but of course I didn't think that was ever going to happen. We had a kid here building our fence. He was Amish raised, and he had 2 donkeys, a male and a female, that he was looking to rehome. So we purchased the male and female, Leroy and Georgia, from this kid, and that was in about 2020 or 2021. They came to us. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about taking care of these animals anyway. You've got horses too, and and you've got a full-time job too, and your husband's busy. Does it take a lot of work?
It does take a lot of work. I'm going to be really honest. The mini donkeys are like my therapy animals, and I come out and play with them, and they entertain me. But my husband really does all of the work for them. Yeah. So he makes sure that they're fed and watered and all that stuff. So he does the hard stuff. He was
even telling me you sing to him.
I do sing to them. So funny story, when Georgia was pregnant with Duncan, the baby, I had sung the song Yellow from Coldplay when he was in utero. Oh. And so when he was born, he was just born. I started singing Yellow, and he came right up to me. He wobbled up to me, and he put his head on my shoulder. It was the sweetest thing. So now when they're out, I just start singing Coldplay Yellow, and they usually come right up to me.
Well, I got to tell you, Lynette and I started falling in love with donkeys through these videos that we were watching from this guy who is I think originally from Australia, and he lives in Spain, but he has a donkey sanctuary there, and he talks to the donkeys and has conversations with them, and he's got a cap on, they'll sometimes start eating his cap, yes, or nuzzling him or something like that. And we just fell in love. And then you started posting videos. And were you surprised at the response? Because it seems like people love your donkeys.
They love them. I was surprised I love them. So I just posted it because there's just such dark things in the world going on. And I wanted to just provide something uplifting and something that could make people smile, because I know how much they make me smile. So, yeah. But I was really surprised by how much other people loved them.
Do they have their own unique personalities? Do they have a way of communicating with you? I mean, you've given me one example as far as the Coldplay song.
Yeah, they do. I think donkeys are really emotional animals, actually. And all of these 4 have their own personalities. Leroy is very, I guess, introverted for a donkey. He kind of just keeps to himself. Duncan is a complete ham. Like, he loves when I get my cell phone out and takes videos. He likes to be the star of the show. Dominic is definitely the older, brother figure. He's very calm, and his favorite thing is to get his butt scratched, which Lynette is doing right now. And then Georgia's just the motherly mom. She's very calm and sweet. They do all have very distinct personalities.
So tell me about the family here that you have, because it is a family, right? Isn't it?
It is a family. So when we got the 2, Leroy and Georgia, I did not know how old they were. I really knew nothing about them. And then this sounds like a made-up story, and it's really, really not. So, okay, I'm going to back up a little bit. My mom passed away in 2022. She had ALS. And then that was in August. And then December, it was like Christmas Eve. It was the coldest day of the year. Chris went out to do just horse chores and stuff. And in that barn, right there in the back, was a newborn baby donkey. I did not even know she was expecting because it was winter and she was, put on the winter weight. So it felt kind of like a gift, like a last gift for my mom, which maybe people think sounds silly, but yeah. So we had Dominic, completely surprised by a newborn baby donkey on Christmas Eve. And then
isn't Dominic the donkey a Christmas song?
It is. And I had never heard it. And we were sitting around trying to come up with names. And my friends were like, oh my gosh, you have to name it Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey. Mm-hmm. So if you can find that song, you have to play it. It is a bop.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say, because I used to schedule Christmas music at the radio station all the time. And I was thinking about that. They're just absolutely wonderful. Here we are, and Lynette is checking out your donkeys and having a good time. Do you get requests from people to come out and check out your donkeys?
Not too often.
No?
Not really.
Okay.
Some little kids might want to do that, but no, really, they don't. But people are welcome if they want to come see them.
Okay. That surprises me, because I know people like to check out the alpacas over by Winterset too, and they sell different products and whatnot. Now you have horses too, right?
We do. We have 5 horses. They're working horses. My husband and son do rodeo, so they team rope. Right now they're off-site getting horseshoes on in Kelowna, so they should be back soon. But if you can look over there, we have 7 colts right now.
Okay.
So we've got some babies.
Okay. What other animals do you have on the acreage?
I have chickens and ducks right now. I rehomed my goats because they were free range and they were wandering out into the highway, which didn't seem like a very safe thing. So right now, mini donkeys, horses, chickens, ducks, dogs, cats.
I wish we had the video going, because now which one is that? Dominic is loving on Little Red. She's getting donkey kisses, and it's absolutely adorable. And I wish you could see this, but we're gonna, like I say, do a video, and we're gonna be able to see all this stuff going on with these donkeys. And you know what? If you have not seen any donkey videos, Google on YouTube donkey videos, or just Google donkey videos, and I guarantee you're going to fall in love with them. And you've been to see the alpacas too, Jamie. Tell us about your experience.
I have. I've been a couple times. I love it there. I think it is one of the most magical places I've ever been, and it's free for people. Like, I think they're so generous. Yes. And they're just so welcoming. It is just a fantastic place. And if you haven't been, I highly encourage you to go visit them.
Now, I don't know whether this was the experience for you as it was for Little Red and myself, but when we went there, they gave us some food to feed the alpacas. Did you have that?
I think we did. Yeah, we did. When you sit in those chairs or under the trees and they just come right up to you, I was in heaven with those alpacas.
Now, obviously, you love animals just like I do. Oh, and those are your colts, right? And you love animals just like I do. So you had to be pretty happy about the news with the Iowa legislature passing that bill against torture for companion animals.
Absolutely. I was so elated to see that went through. That is about time.
Yeah. It's a long time coming, too. And I want to give mad props to radio bro. I guess you could call him a TV bro now, Lou Seipold, who was on KGGO back in the day, a long time ago, who got buried alive in support of a bill like that years ago. So props to Lou on all that. So I'm glad that got passed. So tell us about the lifespan of these donkeys, and generally taking care of them, and kind of some of their health needs and that kind of thing, Jamie.
I embarrassingly don't even really know what the lifespan of a donkey is. I want to say maybe like 30 years. I'm just throwing that number out there. We get their feet done by a farrier. Okay. You're supposed to do it every 8 weeks, but they're on concrete a lot. They have an equal amount of concrete and grass, so it kind of wears it off a little sooner. So they get theirs done, I don't know, maybe every 6 months or so. And they also have to get their teeth looked at. So we do our best to keep them in good shape.
Is there such a thing as the old cliche, stubborn as a mule? Because you hear that sometimes, and they don't, looking at them, they don't seem very stubborn.
You know what? I think I have just some different donkeys. They're really not stubborn. They're so sweet. Like, a lot of donkeys, it's not recommended to have dogs or animals around them because they can really hurt them. But we have 3 dogs, and they run around them and they play, and they don't bother them at all. So I have very friendly animals.
Yeah, they are very friendly. And we're going to wrap this up, the audio part, because I want to get these donkeys on video. And so make sure that you go to the Out and About with Jamie Grout website. It's outandaboutwithjamiegrout.com. I know it's a long website, but hey, Van Harden, my radio friend and a guy I look up to, said it's not too long. Don't worry about it. Outandaboutwithjamiegrout.com, and also my Out and About with Jamie Grout YouTube channel to see the donkeys. You're going to fall in love with them. I guarantee it. Jamie, thanks for talking with us today.
Thank you. And I don't think it's too long. I think it's a very catchy name and it's easy to remember.
Okay. Jamie Brennan and her husband take care of these animals out here, and you could probably contact her on Facebook if you want to find out more about the donkeys that they have here. But check out her videos that she has with the donkeys. It's not usually very long, but she's out talking to the donkeys, and then she got some mud. I think it's mud.
Oh, I sure
yeah, hopefully it's mud on her face here a couple of videos ago with Duncan and Dominic and the other donkeys, and they're just absolutely adorable. So check it out. She lives near Montezuma, and it's just a joy to watch them, and I guarantee you're going to fall in love with them. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Out and About with Jamie Grout. Until next time, Grout is out. See ya.